Welcome to 5IQ. Today we are going to be talking about 10 Bill Gates advice to young people who wants to be rich and wealthy. Number 1, don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do so, you are insulting yourself. Abraham Lincoln once wrote to the teacher of his child, I quote, teach him that nobody in this world is bigger than him and that he is bigger than no one. You see, most people nowadays compare themselves with others. They often believe that the platform or standard for their success depends on other people's success, but that is not true. Every human is unique in his or her own way. The best thing you can do for yourself is grow yourself to the best of itself. Do not rely on other people's success to qualify your own success. Number 2, to win big, you have to take big risk. The best time of your life to take calculated risk is when you are young. That way, you have almost nothing to lose. Yes, nothing to lose. You see, Thomas Edison, who is the inventor of electric bulb, tried inventing it 1,000 times and failed. On the 1,001 time, he got it right. But the most interesting part of it all is that when Thomas Edison was asked, how come you failed 1,000 times and you still kept on going? This was his reply, I never failed 1,000 times. I just found 1,000 ways that won't work. That was what kept me going. You see, the famous American actor Denzel Washington once said, if you must fail, fail big. If you must fall, fall forward. The problem a lot of people are having is that they have something to fall back on. That is why they are so afraid to take big risk. But if you go all in, take the biggest of risk therein, you are most likely going to win big. Number 3, your exposure from a young age to the realities of the world is a super big thing. Most people that know what life really is never knew until they were 40. Most people live with the idea that life is or should be easy. Others expect their parents or government to solve their problems. Well, the earlier you realize that is not the case, the more successful you will become. You may be asking, what then is the reality of life? Well, the reality of life is that it's tough and nobody will help you to solve your problems. We are sorry, your parents or government cannot solve your problems, not even your friends. The earlier you take responsibility, the better for you. Number 4, you need a coach. Whether you are a footballer, a basketballer, a golfer, or even a tennis player, and anything for that matter, you need a coach. In life, there is a 98% chance that you will become the person you admire. So if you don't admire anyone important, you will not become anyone important. You need a coach, someone to inspire and challenge you, someone to help you believe in yourself. Your coach does not have to be someone you have physical access to. You can decide to read books written by people who have achieved what you want to achieve. You can follow such people online and watch their inspiring videos. Because life is tough, most people around you don't know anything about success. If, for example, your father is not successful, he can't teach you how to be successful. If your siblings are mediocres, they can't inspire you to be successful. That's why you need to look outside your domain and look for someone who can inspire you and challenge you. Number 5, if you show people the problem and also show them the solution, they will be moved to act. To be successful in life, you must have the ability to move people and motivate them for a common goal. That can only happen if you show them the destination and parts of the journey. As a leader, don't just give instructions. Let people know why what has to be done needs to be done. Number 6, success is a lousy teacher because it can seduce you into thinking you can't lose. Even if you have been successful for a very long time, you still have to be humble. Your success can be very short if you get to a point where you think you know it all, or your success can also crash no matter how long you have been successful. People who are successful for a long time never stop learning because they know that they can't crash if they do that. That leads to my next advice. Number 7, spend a lot of time reading. Even though Bill Gates is one of the richest men in the world, he spends a lot of time reading because he knows that life changes every day and the only way he remains relevant and informed is to keep learning. With the level of distractions today, how many people take time to read good books anymore? Charlie Jones once said, you will be the same person you are today in 5 years' time, except for the books you read and the people you meet. Number 8, we start life with many big dreams, things we want to accomplish, create, build, and experience. But if you ask anybody past the age of 40 reality, what happened to their dreams? They will most likely say life. According to a certain study, out of 60 people who are planning to start their business right now, only one ever starts anything. Not just in business, but generally people hate the pain of taking action. Even when they try, first failure sends them back to their comfort zone. Dreams are easy, that's why almost everyone have it. But action is hard, that's why only a few take action. Be amongst the few. Number 9. Success is really based on partnership. From the very beginning, Microsoft's first big success happened in the year 1980 when Bill Gates partnered with the IBM. Ever since, Bill Gates has always watched out for whom he can partner with. He understood what partnership was, so strong that Microsoft even went as far as partnering with one of their biggest competitors, Apple Computer. This teaches us for sure that two heads are better than one, because these two companies have since then remained formidable together. Number 10. Your critics are your biggest sources of learning. People's critics give us insight about weak points of yours that you never really knew about. It is true that criticism is not always true. Some critics are done because of hatred, but it doesn't change the fact that they are healthy criticism and should not be totally ignored. Thanks for watching 5IQ. Please subscribe and bye for now.